Hi, and welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel, now with even more hoarding. Now, people sometimes ask me where I get all my parts and stuff that I save and hoard and build projects out of. Now, I don't usually like to buy new things if I can help it. I like to get secondhand. For one thing, it's cheaper. For another thing, it helps save the planet because it's less stuff going in the landfill. And for another thing, it's kind of fun and challenging to take something and make it into something else that it wasn't necessarily intended to be. So I tend to scrounge around a lot. I do a little bit of dumpster diving. I do a lot of garage sales and estate sales. I hit up auctions. And every now and then, as part of my job, we come across a building to clean out that has a lot of stuff in it. So we have all this stuff at work that somebody has abandoned, and I can only hoard so much. There's some great stuff in here, but it won't fit my garage. Looks like I've got a few new things to play with here. I don't know if this is a metal lathe or a wood lathe, or what the difference is. I'm going to have to learn more about this thing. Sometimes I get way too much of one particular thing at an auction. I'm going to have to figure out something fun to do with all this PVC pipe. And sometimes people just give me stuff because I'm a sucker and I'll take your obsolete computers. And sometimes I just find free stuff on the side of the road. I've gotten a couple boats that way. Of course, there are some downsides to getting everything second and third hand, like when your reciprocating saw's trigger button breaks, you have to put in a new one, and then that one breaks too. This might be time to buy an actual new tool. Now, on the occasions where I do have to buy replacement tools or parts, I still try to get them secondhand if possible. So places like thrift stores or eBay auctions or Axeman. Axeman is this really amazing local surplus store, and it's not the military type of surplus, although they do have a little bit of that. It's more when your factory goes out of business or your company has an overstock. Axeman usually ends up with that, so it's a great store for electronic components, for arts and craft supplies, basic tools, rope, flashlights, batteries, lab equipment, pretty much anything. Now, I'm not sponsored by Axeman. This is not a paid advertisement. I just love the store a ton. And if they wanted to hire me to make videos about all their junk, I would probably quit my day job. Now, while a lot of this stuff is just sitting around gathering dust, I do have some actual plans for some of the items in my hoarding pile. And as I have time, some of those items will become new projects, and they'll become new videos on this channel. Now, I've had a rail bike in the past, and it was a horrible 100-year-old version that I got in an auction, but I've been wanting to build something a little lighter and easily transportable to different abandoned railways. So that's what this pile of random bike parts, and now an engine, is probably going to be devoted to. And as usual, that's going to be a future video. And yes, sometimes I do get rid of things. Like I realized I have way too much laboratory glassware hoarded, and I don't really have a use for any of this. I'm not going to be doing any science anytime soon. At least not this kind of science. So I think some of that's going to go on eBay just to get it out of here before I break it. This entire pile in the center of the garage was supposed to be sold at a garage sale, but with this whole quarantine thing, we can't really have a garage sale, and I can't quite stand to throw any of this stuff away because somebody could use it. So, yeah, that's taking up a lot of space. So there you go. This has been an introduction to how to become a professional hoarder and hopefully do something with all of the junk that you get for cheap or free. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Check out all my other videos for things that I've made out of junk, and we'll see you next time.